Wait, what?
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Era of Sarah podcast, because it's my era and you're just living in it, girl. This is a podcast where I will be talking about everything that I love, pop culture, love, hate, Trisha Paytas' stance on international affairs, only letting MILFs run for public office, referencing SpongeBob a bit too much in adulthood, and much, much more. Today, I am joined by an amazing comic and writer. She's written on and been in television shows like Ziwe, Pera Talks With You, The Tonight Show, Shrill, and a million other things. Jo Firestone!
Thank you.
And my dog.
Hi.
So, how are you? How's it going?
Pretty good. I am really loving these paws. These are really nice.
For those listening, my dog is just intercepted the interview right now and has just taken over Jo's life. She's like, I didn't sign up for this. Although you have a dog.
I did sign up for this.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Brought your Petco
velvety
rewards.
ears, yes. Wow.
Yeah, he's a goober. He's a goober. I give him a lot of salmon. That's why he's like a
really?
like canned salmon. Nothing fancy. Like
wow. And that's what makes his coat so beautiful.
Yeah. So my first question for you, anyways, back to business.
Right.
What era are you in, Jo?
Like the year?
Like your vibe. What era?
Right. I think that I'm in my tired era.
Valid.
I'm tired, but
me too.
I think I've become maybe more of an absorber again. I really like other people's work.
Oh,
and it's
amazing.
like very energizing.
Oh,
like I'm in that phase where I'm really looking around and seeing stuff that's very invigorating.
Okay, in terms of what? Like
people's art and stuff, and yeah.
What like are we talking like comedy shows, like paintings?
Sometimes.
All right. Okay, cool.
I really cannot get over Dick's the musical. Really
oh
can't.
My God, I cannot wait to see that.
I've seen it 4 times. But I can't get enough of it.
Do you have like an AMC Stubbs? Is that where you're going all the time?
I do have AMC Stubbs. Yeah.
This is not sponsored.
No.
Do you do the one that's like $25 a month? You get 3 movies a week?
So I was doing the free one, which gets you almost nothing.
Yeah. Well, you do. You get like $5, for snacks. And
yes,
stuff.
you do. And so if you go to enough movies with the free one, it does pay off.
Yeah, there you go. And if you go on Tuesdays, it's $6.99 for a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What day is it? I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know.
I have a question, Jo. You arguably have the crispiest R I've ever heard in my life. Can you do a British accent?
Crispiest R?
Do you know what that means?
No.
like that crispy R.
Crispy.
Trixie Mattel, drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, she kind of brought this to light recently, how some people talk with a crispy R. Like, that's how you kind of speak with a crispy R. Were you not aware of that?
I have no idea what you're saying. Can you say it again?
I'm speaking in other languages. So, like, a crispy R is how you, like, pronounce R's. They sound like, instead of, like, are you going, it's like, are you go, like...
like a hard?
Like, it's like... It's almost like a vibrato in a way.
A vibrato? Okay. Like, okay. I think I know what you're saying.
You speak completely in crispy R's. It's like that crispy R.
Crispy.
Like, it's crazy right now. Like...
It's, okay, so like north,
it's
like mid-Atlantic?
Like, kind of. But it's specific. I feel like it's millennial and Gen Z culture, too. But I think for you, it's probably actually regional. Because you're from St. Louis, right?
You think St. Louis has crispy R's?
Perhaps.
Do you have it?
I sometimes do. But I think that's honestly... I'm from Florida. So that's not influenced from Florida at all. I think
Can you say a sentence?
It's crazy how we're... crapping all over things.
Okay.
So you understand none of that.
I know. I'm hearing something.
I'm hearing something like.
Hearing.
I'm happy to have introduced you to the crispy.
Thanks.
You should look into it. I feel like you are the president of the Crispy Art Association. But actually, that brings me to my question: can you do a British accent?
No.
There you go. So when did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy in 2000. Let's go and say 2000 and 2000. 2007.
Amazing. The first writer's strike, right?
Yeah.
You're like, this is my time
Yeah,
to stop
I'm
this.
intrigued by this. Yeah.
Yeah. So, were you in college? Were you in high school?
I was in college, yeah.
Okay. You did, like, sketch comedy in college, right?
I did do sketch comedy in college, yeah.
Okay, sick.
And then I stopped that, graduated, and then I started doing comedy in St. Louis.
Oh.
And then I moved here.
Okay, were you doing, like, open mics here? Did you do any bringer shows?
I did some open mics, and actually, I met the first person I ever met at an open mic.
Okay, and who was that?
Justy Dodge.
Okay.
And I saw her on the train yesterday.
There you go. It's a small world.
I really, I'm, like, she probably is, like, because it wasn't her first open mic, she was just like, hey, I'll show you the ropes.
Oh, cool.
And she was, like, very generous, and I don't know if it really meant anything. I'm sure she did this to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But, like, for me and my friend who were there for the first time, we were like, Justy, thank you. And so it was a very impactful meeting.
So how did you get your first, like, professional gig? Like, do you just work in the stand-up scene here and...
I don't know what my first professional gig was. Like a paid spot?
I guess, or like television gig.
Oh, I got asked to work on the Chris Gethard show when it became a TV show.
Okay.
For Fusion.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a network anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what was... Okay, I had a drag queen who was on a show on Fusion, and I remember there was drama about the Fusion network, and the show was supposed to, like, get more episodes, and never did.
Whoa.
I don't know. Yeah.
What was the show called?
Like, I want to say it was called Queens of New York. Like, she was actually on my podcast, like, years ago, and it was... And, like, Brita Filter. Do you watch RuPaul?
Sure.
Brita Filter was on it. Tina Burner was on it.
Okay.
I feel like it was called Queens of New York. Like,
okay.
It was really good, too. But it was only, like, one season. And it was, like, a documentary about drag queens in New York.
Wow.
You were head writer on Ziwe, which I'm, like, such a huge fan of.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I was watching, obviously, her lives during Pandem. Amazing. And then I watched it on Showtime as well.
That means the world.
Well, I used my parents' subscription to watch it.
Okay.
But nonetheless, I did watch it.
Uh-huh. I didn't do season 1. I just did season 2.
Well, season two was my next question. Who was the most unhinged guest that you had, and why was it Chet Hanks?
Okay.
Did you work? You worked on that one.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Chet Hanks really brought it. I think everyone that goes on that show knows, like, kind of that it's going to be, the experience that it is, you know? Right. And so I would say that everyone that goes on the show is, like, game to clown around. Yeah. No, but he was especially, like, he was wild. He was so funny. Honestly, that was, like, I think the best episode. It was so, like, unhinged, and I feel like you don't get that in shows anymore, like, especially reality television, because it's so, like, controlled, as opposed to, like, the first seasons of reality television when it's, like, all off the walls and everyone's, like, doing whatever they feel. Yeah. Was there any, like, specific bit on that show you're really proud of that you wrote? I guess, I think the biggest takeaway from that show was, like, it's a really small staff. And so, like, everybody really has to pull their weight, and everybody is, like, contributing so much. It was a team effort, and it was just, like, this great to rally behind Ziwe, and it reaffirmed my belief in teamwork. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, you do this, someone else does this, and someone else can do this. It's good. Yeah.
And you filmed, like, during peak pandemic times, right? So there were a lot of, like, restrictions. I feel like there was a lot of just different...
we did. There was still some mask regulation stuff. You prep for a regular amount of time, and then you shoot everything in, like, 14 days, like a movie.
Television. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Hard
crispy art. Well, okay, back to the crispy art, which you have no idea what it is. Uh-huh. Okay, you're childhood friends with Claire Saffitz from Bon Appetit and Dessert. YouTube channel. I'm a huge fan. Also, I've been told I look like her. Some people say that, although I feel like just because I'm, like, brunette and Jewish, they're like, yeah, you guys look the same. So, like, my question is, you guys are from the same town. Mm-hmm. Why doesn't she have a crispy R?
You're giving me a lot of information right now. I guess, maybe it's a couple streets difference.
Okay. It's one street in St. Louis.
Street.
Street.
Did I do it?
Wait, say it again?
Streets difference.
You didn't do it there.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Hard.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop. We're gonna end the crispy R.
Okay. We're gonna end it.
No, but unless you want to invest more time in it.
No,
it's really important.
It's good to know. It's good to know. Are you Gen Z?
Yeah, I'm just Gen Z. I'm
okay,
holding on to that.
You probably know a lot of stuff that's labeled
as things.
As things that I didn't know even were things.
Too many labels.
But you probably know, I'd say probably 100% more labels than I do.
That's probably true. Well, it might be because I spend half my day scrolling on TikTok as opposed to picking up a book.
Oh, is that TikTok is helpful?
No.
Oh. Okay.
It is helpful for labels, I guess.
Do you contribute to the community?
Barely. I will put specific posts out and occasionally things pop off, and then the things that end up popping off are things I shit posts, I call them, just me
yeah.
goofing around. Are you on TikTok?
No.
No, I don't.
But it seems like a good place to be.
Yeah, I mean, you could post your stand-up clips on there and
I
stuff.
just guess I could.
That's kind of, for comics these days, the crowd work, it's...
Right.
Crowd work's popping off on...
Still.
Yeah.
People love it.
People do. They do love it. It's there.
Do you love it?
Yeah, it's fine.
What is in your algorithm?
Okay.
What's your for your like? For your life?
For you page?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say cooking videos.
Mm-hmm.
Also just old ladies dancing.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of just hanging out. New York City girlies. They're a day in my life in New York City, and it's just completely devoid of any outside information. They're interning at Vogue. I love the Delulu lifestyle,
What is Delulu?
No, delusional.
Oh, okay,
It's a cute,
I thought it was Lululemon. Okay.
Well, I actually have another word I use, Delulemon. I invented that.
Oh, okay.
But that too.
Yeah.
Educating the millennials here. You're millennial, right?
Yeah.
Should do a lesson.
Yeah, you should.
Honestly, I hate it. I really hate that I feel I'm chronically online in the way I speak.
But the people you hang out with, they also
speak
know
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's also offline.
Right. It's confederacy of dunces, essentially. Just all together talking.
Wow. Well, is there another word? Probably that's a weird way to answer.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to think, it just comes out,
Right, sure.
It has to naturally...
Right,
honestly, I equate it to, growing up in a Yiddish house. Not Yiddish household, but my mom would, occasionally throw in Yiddish terms. Did you have, Yiddish thrown around?
Sometimes.
Okay. And, it's like that. It's the words just come out, all of a sudden you hear, and you're oh, that's not English,
Okay, got it. Okay, so I'll wait for the next one. I don't need to...
Feel free to ask questions, comments, concerns.
Okay.
I want you to feel safe with the internet language. Cringe is one, kind of. That's cringy.
Oh, the crispy R.
Oh, you say crispy R or cringe?
Cringe?
Yeah, there you go.
Cringe.
Cringe is a word.
And you know how to apply that.
Yeah,
okay.
I do. Do you not?
I still don't really understand it. It seems like it's always bad, but different times, different circumstances.
There's cringe comedy, and then if someone makes you cringe,
Sure.
So wait, do you have any funny childhood stories with Claire Saffitz?
I think that we spent a lot of time in high school staying home. We would have these baking competitions.
No.
And,
oh my gosh.
We'd also dress up for them in costumes.
Oh my god.
It was we got pretty elaborate with it. And then, yeah.
Did she do the baking? You made the costumes?
No, we all baked.
Oh, you all baked?
And we all tried to judge.
So it could have been you in the cooking field.
Well, did, so I won.
Okay.
1 week I won.
Okay.
And then it was kind of revealed that my mom did it for me. And so then win was kind of disputed.
I'm sorry. Are you still recovering from that?
Yeah, it's just kind of, I shouldn't have been corrupt, but I did. I had to be.
The Tanya Harding of child baking.
Yeah.
You, Aparna and Shirla, Jo Pera, all feel like you were, like, in the same cinematic universe. And so I'm just curious, how did you all, like, come to meet and become collaborators?
Well, I think I just liked both of their comedy a lot. I think it was like we kept going to the same shows, we kept knowing the same people, and inevitably like I went to a venue recently where I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
Like there was a video that played beforehand of all the upcoming shows.
And you didn't know anyone?
I didn't know anyone.
Wow.
And I was like,
what venue was it?
Are these models? I don't know who these people are. And then I saw someone I knew, I was like, who, you know these people? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know any of these people. And then I thought, maybe it's, people claim there's all these generations of comedians.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And whatever generation, I think at this point I don't know a lot of. I wish I knew more young comics, but I meet them, like I met you.
Yeah.
Like I'll meet people here and there, but it's like this new generation. I don't know a lot of people.
Interesting. So you guys were kind of coming up together, and you met in the...
Well, I think Aparna she'd moved here for a writing job, so she was...
Okay, already...
She was already on her way, but we were all kind of in the same scene.
Okay, so
Brooklyn scene.
Okay, it's just like you somehow feel very cohesive, the three of you. Like you could belong in the same, like, worlds.
Okay.
You guys should, like, do, like, some kind of, like, children's animated show together, or, like, a Pixar movie, because that's easy to make happen.
Okay, no problem.
I would love to see that. You guys all have like interesting and distinct voices, like physically and metaphorically.
Yeah, Pixar. Yeah,
pitch it to Pixar.
Yeah, no problem.
You guys will all just like, I feel like be like picking berries. Like
that's the berries. Story. Yeah, it's about berries. Yeah, I think that's good.
You guys all feel like a warm fall hug.
Okay, so not berries.
Is that not in the fall?
I think berries are summer.
Okay,
but yeah,
cool. I don't know agriculture.
That's okay. Well, yeah, okay.
You grew up in St. Louis. I guess there's more vegetation.
Like pumpkins.
Pumpkins. Yeah. Pumpkins, apples. That's the Pixar movie. You have a book coming out called Murder on Sex Island.
Yeah.
A Luella Van Horn mystery.
Yeah.
What inspired this book? What's it about? Any info you can give me about the book? It sounds amazing.
Thank you. I was unemployed for about a year.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I'll take this time to write a hit book.
Okay.
And I wrote the book, Murder on Sex Island.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
And then I wrote the book, because, with fiction, you can't just be like, I got an idea. They want to see the whole book.
Right.
And then you can sell it.
Okay.
So then I wrote this whole book, and then I was like, do you want it? I asked a bunch of people if they wanted it. They said no, don't get near me, right?
Okay.
And so then I thought, okay, well that's tough. But then I'd written this whole book.
Okay.
So then I thought I'll self-publish it.
Yeah.
And that is what I did.
Wow. So how does that work when you self-publish? Do
you pay money?
Okay.
And you you could get an editor, but you might not want to pay for that. Yeah, unfiltered, right?
Yeah.
Unlike with a published book, it might have they might say cut down the characters to 5 or 6, and then self-published you can have probably up to 60 characters, at any given time.
You want.
Yeah.
Do you have 60 characters?
Pretty much. It's yes. If anything, it's pure for sure.
It's pure.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's called Sex Island, so
it's a little crass, but there is no penetration.
Okay. No penetration there, but you will hear the word fuck a few times. No?
I don't know if I do say the word fuck, but I do think there's a lot of sex and cum.
Okay.
But there's no penetrative scenes.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
God. So what inspired you to write the book?
I like murder mysteries a lot.
Okay. And Love Island?
Yeah. But I thought, those shows, the reality shows make me very uncomfortable.
Oh, they do.
Because I just want there to be an episode where they have a nice time with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not fight.
Yeah, like Real Housewives, I just want them to go to dinner, eat shrimp, have drinks, go home.
That's it.
I just want that.
To me, like, Love is Blind is the
Yeah.
like the least drama. Maybe have you seen that one?
Yeah. But even that one's kind of...
It's too much for you?
It's just so... you don't want anyone to walk away reject. You just want everybody to get along and have...
happy.
Have a fun time. You know, but it's like... Have you watched The Golden Bachelor?
Yes, I'm obsessed with that.
It's great. But I think the best parts are when the women are all together gossiping.
Right. Oh, wait, on The Golden Bachelor?
Yeah. Like, they cut back to the women in the room.
When
they're on a date.
Yeah.
And the women are just sitting in a room
They're gossiping.
Chatting.
But on The Golden Bachelor, they don't really. They're like, I've been doing haircuts for 50 years.
Yeah.
Like,
they're all just like hanging and they're like, I wonder when I'm going to get to go. And it's like, they're all like, you'll go. And it's like, I just want that.
You just want camaraderie, happiness.
Yeah. Or they could be complaining, but I just want the women in a room together talking. It's like that kind of discomfort when I'm watching these shows where I'm like, oh, they're getting into a fight again. Oh, there's drama. What I think that's kind of what is like an inspiration point for the book, because it's like, what if it's not only that, but people get, because with a murder mystery, right? Someone gets murdered.
Yeah.
It's not going to be nice all the way through, and it's just going to get worse from there. But at the end of a murder mystery, usually it gets solved.
Yeah.
Right, and so there's a resolution.
Less anxiety for you. And
so there's
the reader. There's resolution.
Yeah. To a reality show.
That's coming out October 17th.
Yeah.
And everyone could buy it, like,
anywhere. Anywhere.
And it's an audiobook, or the audiobook you're releasing now?
So I released this audiobook in podcast, like, episodes.
Right.
Because I thought that would intrigue people to buy the book.
Right.
But that's obviously free.
Okay.
So people are just getting the book. So no, I don't know anyone that will buy this book.
All right, so don't listen to the podcast.
I mean, it's really tricky, And it's like, ultimately, do you want, your book to sell, or you want people to hear the story? It's hard to say.
You voice the audiobook, too, so that's a little bit more intriguing. Also, I used to listen to audiobooks, like, throughout high school so much.
Really?
I used to go on, like, long drives. I did community theater, and I'd have to drive to all these places.
What community theater did you do?
Pompano Beach, Florida.
What place?
Curtain Call Playhouse.
Uh-huh.
You know of it?
And which productions?
I did Wizard of Oz.
What were you?
Dorothy.
Wow.
Surprising. I know. Okay, because it's community theater, there was like 70-year-olds in the cast.
That's really cool.
It's like me, obviously I'm going to get Dorothy. Dorothy had, huge boobs, and already went through puberty, I guess, when I did it.
Oh, she did. She's supposed to be.
Well, the diet pills,
Sure.
and that all stuff. So there is drama about Dorothy in the past. But what else did I do? Oh, Man of La Mancha. Pembroke Pines Theater of the Performing Arts. It's very famous place. No, it's not.
Okay.
I don't know why. You want to hear about this?
Yeah, I do.
You're like gonna write a pilot.
Yeah.
What else did I do? Very like Christopher Guest, like it's very that sort of thing, like just regular people like having fun.
There's this theater company that does community theater here in New York.
Oh, really?
And they've got a production coming up.
And you're going?
I'm going. I'm really excited.
Well, that's funny. That aligns with your What We Do in the Shadows storyline as an energy vampire.
Oh, sure. Maybe so.
I wanted to ask about that because I absolutely love that show.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows. So what was that like, filming that? You did that recently, too.
Yeah, that was fun. It was in Toronto. And
it's in Toronto? I thought they filmed here.
No, they filmed in Toronto.
Oh,
maybe they filmed some stuff here.
Yeah. Is there, like, improv involved in that? I've heard that, like, the main characters literally, like, don't use the lines at all, and they just, like, riff.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
This one, they did have us do the script, and then we got to do some improv as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I love the energy vampire storyline. It's incredible.
It's a fun concept, yeah.
Do you relate? Like, he says that, the main energy vampire, I forgot.
Mark Prash.
Yeah, that character, he's like, I'm gonna go, Colin Robinson, he's like, I'm gonna go to see Rigadoon in the upstate theater, community theater.
Mark Prash is so good.
It's like arguably one of the most brilliant characters ever created.
He's so good at it.
Well, you fit into that.
Oh,
You and
thank you.
Aparna were
Yeah.
both in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I remember watching and be like, oh,
there you go.
there you go. Were there any improvised lines that made it in the show?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Oh, you didn't watch your episode?
No.
Do you not watch yourself if you're in something?
I feel very uncomfortable watching myself. Yeah.
Wow. Do you watch that show though, or do you?
I do watch that show.
So
yeah.
you just skip the episode?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's very uncomfortable to watch myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's probably like, I mean, if you're gonna upload TikTok videos, you gotta.
I
like,
know
yeah.
this is why I'm not. Is there a Gen Z term for that?
Not watching your own videos.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Oh,
Clinical anxiety.
okay, got it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You were also on like Search Party, Crashing. I watch all these shows, High Maintenance, Shrill. So you never watch those episodes.
I try not to watch them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any like funny stories from Search Party? I absolutely loved that show too.
Search Party's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were great. That was just one day of shooting, I think. The best case scenario is you get there to any of these shoots, you get there, they get you in and out. You don't even have time to tell a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can't even like say.
Yeah, you're in and out so quick. Even worst case scenario, even if they go 74 hours, overtime, it's still like you got a job.
Yeah,
right? But it's
you
all
gotta focus. Do you still have to audition for those things, or do you like have to self tape, like, or do they just book you for it for those kinds of things?
For what we do in the Shadows, I auditioned for them like 4 times.
Wow.
I think for 4 different roles.
Wow.
And then just got a call.
Wow.
I didn't audition for this.
That's awesome. I mean, I can't believe you have to audition for these things.
But
honestly.
I think it sometimes depends if like the people know you. But
Yeah.
usually when I submit an audition, I'd say 99% of the time when I've submitted an audition, I hear nothing.
Oh, wow.
So
Was there anything like you've auditioned for that's like popped off that you like wish you got?
no, I don't think that I'm supposed to be acting. It's not. I think
Why?
every rejection has been telling me something. It's good.
No.
Yeah. Do you like acting?
Yeah,
You do.
yeah.
That's
I
your
love
favorite
that.
thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Acting, singing,
I'd say, yeah. I would say,
dancing.
no.
Okay.
No, not that. Dancing, I would say, I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Okay.
Do you dance?
I love dancing. Okay, so acting, singing.
Singing's not my, like, top, like, I like acting, writing, comedy.
Yeah.
Not dancing.
Okay.
Cooking.
Okay.
Not at Claire Saffit's level, my
Okay.
God, but
Yeah.
can make a chicken.
Oh, you can?
Can make a chicken.
Wow.
Can you still bake, or do you still?
I cook a little
Tanya?
bit, but like I just made a soup that turned out pretty bad, so I'm kind of trying to get through that bowl by bowl.
What happened? Why?
I don't know what happened. It tastes really bad.
Too much like bouillon cubes. Or something?
Well, I think it's because I didn't add any.
So it's just water.
It tastes really bad. I don't know what happened.
What's like the base of the soup then?
Water. It just turned out. Usually, it turns out pretty good.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened this time. I think it's because I used old vegetables.
Yeah. What kind of what old vegetables?
Like the celery, celery comes in a bag.
Yeah.
If you're gonna buy it from the grocery store.
Yeah.
And 3 of the celeries were soft and brown, to the point of liquid. But then other celeries, not touching it, were hard and firm and green.
But which did you opt for?
So I opted for the firm green.
Okay.
But then I thought maybe they still are contaminated.
Yeah.
But then I thought, well, maybe the soup will kind of override that.
So you used contaminated celery.
Yeah, and then the potato also was kind of soft.
Did that have sprouts, the potato? Oh, so
So I got rid of those, but it was still soft,
still pretty much in the red with that. See, if you're on TikTok, you know how to store celery. They will tell you how to do those things.
Like what?
TikTok.
How do you do that?
So you cut the celery, you cut it into you cut off the top and the bottom, and then you stick it in a jar of water, and then you close the jar.
You can't just leave it dry.
No.
Why?
It's like barebacking to air, the elements.
The air inside the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
The particles and elements.
Is that for all vegetables?
Some, carrots, it's a similar thing.
You're not supposed to expose carrots to air.
No.
Okay.
Just like store them better.
Oh, okay, got it. No problem. Do better.
Do better next time.
Do better.
So you know a lot of well-known comedians. You're friends with a lot of people.
Oh.
You have a lot of friends.
Okay. Sure.
You're like, it's all.
I have a lot of friends. Yes. Okay. What's the question?
So who's your favorite and who? And who gets murdered on Sex Island?
Okay, got it. I guess I have a lot of friends, and they're all so dear to me. I couldn't pick a favorite. But you wanted to know who gets murdered on Sex Island?
Yeah.
Unrelated?
Yeah.
This is an unrelated question.
Oh,
or you
what
think
do you mean?
One of my friends is taken to Sex Island and is murdered there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's hard to say without realizing, the consequences of that. I would say, I'm just going to go ahead and say someone in the book.
Oh, this is a book character?
In the book.
Okay.
The cutest one is murdered.
Wait, is that your friend is a character in the book?
What?
Wait, that was the question.
Yeah, I know.
Are you gaslighting me?
Yes.
You know what? Fair.
Okay.
You won't sacrifice anyone? Okay, who survives Sex Island? Do you have a friend who'd survive Sex Island? Like, they're, they can handle this high stakes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I have a friend named Ashley Brooke Roberts.
Okay.
Who I think she watches The Challenge a lot.
Okay.
And she's very well versed in reality TV.
Yeah.
And I think she could get out. She's got an apocalypse plan. I think she'd be ready.
Do you know her zodiac sign? I'm a Taurus. I feel like we're like...
She's born at the end of July.
Okay, no, she's probably a Leo or Cancer.
Leo.
Okay, yeah. Like, Tauruses, we're prepared all the time. Like, I'm ready. I'm, like, looking at potassium pills online because I watched Chernobyl, and I'm like, if World War III happens, like...
You're ready with potassium.
Like, that's gonna save me.
Okay.
Like, the radiation.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, you're a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus. What's your zodiac sign?
This is prepared.
This is a paper that
That's
I printed out. It's
yeah.
There's lots of things.
You have a printer here?
Yeah, I do. Is that like a luxury?
Actually, where is it?
It's right. You need to print something.
Wow. No, I got a printer too.
That's good. What kind is it?
Epson.
Is that I don't know that brand.
It's a really popular brand.
Epson?
Yeah.
I feel like it's like HP, Brother.
Well, this is the third one. Singing, dancing, acting. This is the three printer.
It's the triple threat of printers. Amazing. Do you get to copy paper on it? Or is it just a printer? Like, this is a copier, too. And a fax. It's 3-in-1.
That's a fax.
Yeah.
You have a fax number.
Yeah, I guess. I don't use it.
But you have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever want to send me a telegram if that's how that works?
You think you're the only Gen Z that has a fax number?
It's possible.
I think you might be.
I had a landline in college.
Wow. That's really amazing.
Listen, okay, it was like a deal with Spectrum that they
Sure.
finagled.
For sure.
Me and my roommate too. We never used it. I don't even think we knew the number. They were just like, it's cheaper to get cable, internet, and landline as opposed to just Wi-Fi. No.
Wow.
But we believed them.
Wow. It's tough. Here?
In New York City, we had a landline.
Wow.
I feel like you would have a landline, to be honest.
I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, no, I wish I did.
Wait, do you actually not know what a landline means?
No. I don't know what it means that you said I should have a landline. But, yeah, I think that it would be helpful sometimes.
Your energy to me is very, like, Antiques Roadshow, you know, like a quiet place. Oh, wait, actually, you mentioned Golden Bachelor, okay? I noticed you have, like, a lot of content with old people, which, actually, I've been, like, obsessed with old people recently. I literally, like, wrote a bunch of old people stuff.
Wrote a bunch of old people stuff?
Content.
Oh, okay.
But I saw you had a Peacock special where you taught senior citizens how to do stand-up comedy.
Well, so this group has been going on since, like, the 2 weeks before the pandemic. We meet every week.
Wait, you actually meet all the time?
On Zoom.
Oh my gosh.
And so then that group was on the Peacock special, and then they're in everything. That we made 2 short films together, and then we've done some live shows as well.
Are you serious? Did you do it in the city? The live
show? Yeah, in the city. We did Little Island.
Oh my gosh.
We've done Greenwich House here twice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so like pure and amazing.
It's fun. It's a fun group of people. They've got a lot of energy, and they're like
down to clown.
Yeah, they do some. I'd say sometimes I'm like, no way they're gonna be down to do this, and they're like, yeah, we'll do it. And I'm like, you sure? You want to get on a bus to the Poconos? Or?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you put it together? Do you like book the shows for them, or do you have someone doing it, like producing all this?
No, usually I'm just like, who's in, and they're like, oh, I'm in. But for the short film, we made a short film that was a little bit more ambitious.
Yeah.
Because that was off-site in the Poconos. Did that just
come out? Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that one we had to get some team members in. So this guy Harris Marison came in, and he's produced it, and then he brought in a bunch of people that helped, and we got a cinematographer team. That one was big production.
Yeah.
But you can't really do that, then you lose all your money. So then you have to go do a
iPhone.
Job again. Yeah.
It's crazy to me that you kind of still have to self-produce with all the work that you've done, like. You
think I shouldn't have self-published it?
No, it's crazy that you have to like prove yourself still,
Yeah, maybe something's wrong.
Maybe it's society.
There's
some shit that comes out, and I'm like, I think you should like have that should be on all the TV networks and all of them. ABC.
Okay.
You manifesting that?
I only know one show on ABC.
Abbott Elementary?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one that's on there.
I only watched one show, really.
Ever.
Well, my boyfriend really likes to watch a morning show right now, so we've been watching that.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So dramatic. It's really stressing me out.
It gives me anxiety, too much conflict.
Yeah, so much conflict. They're getting in fights every episode.
Honestly, it's kind of Real Housewives light.
Yeah.
Which is why I love it.
And I keep trying to watch Real Housewives New York. The new one.
Oh, the new one. Okay.
But my dog keeps shaking every time I turn on.
With who?
I think it might be the music. He can't stop shaking. But then I turn it off, he's fine. But then, and then the big one is CBS Sunday Morning.
Like just the morning news.
No. Wait. This program is so much better than
Okay, why?
It's an arts program.
Oh, okay.
Highlighting arts and culture.
So it's like community theaters in New York?
It's even better.
Okay.
This last episode, they did a story on cocoa beans. They did a story on Sly Stone. They did some good stuff. So it's like a little bit of like culture, a little bit of music, and then they end with a nature documentary footage.
Amazing.
It's great.
Amazing.
They got horns go and play between each segment.
Horns. It's
like a trumpet. It's like dun, 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 dun.
It's wonderful.
You're not gonna watch it.
No. Actually, CBS is down the street. They probably film it. Yeah. Did you pass it?
I did.
Yeah. Did you get starstruck?
Yeah. You're not gonna watch it at all. Not one episode. It's 90 minutes.
Probably. When does it come on?
Sunday morning.
Like when though?
9. You're sleeping.
Yeah. It's no way. Like I'm out.
Okay.
My eyes will not. Awaken.
Fair enough.
Do you watch Antiques Roadshow? Like, you don't watch that? That's like, you would be transformed, I feel.
You think I would?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's completely up your alley.
Okay.
Talk about antiques and a lot of old people.
Okay.
Like, I found this coin in my...
The more you talk, the more
study.
The more I'm kind of...
Intrigued.
No.
Scared.
Something like
anxiety. What's your favorite era of time? See, era of Sarah. If to tie in the
Right. My favorite era of time, I guess, was when I was, maybe 5.
Okay. Like in all of history is when you were 5.
Well, I don't know about history. I just, at 5, I was, I wasn't quite dressing myself, but I was kind of getting there, and then, lunch was provided, and, I was kind of learning.
It was like life was just a warm hug.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Hard to say.
Because you only watch CBS Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's been on for a while.
Yeah.
I just watched The O.C.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, that was pretty good, but I just watched it. But then I didn't watch future seasons. Then someone was like, oh, did you know that Marissa died?
Wait, so what did you watch? Just watch, like, the first episode?
No, I watched the full first season. It's
Just the first season. Okay.
It's so long. So many episodes.
You know what's funny about the OC, though? What? It's so Jewish. Like,
that's very Jewish.
It's weirdly, like,
so... like, transparent.
Yeah.
So Jewish.
But they don't advertise it like that. It's advertised as, like, Gossip Girl.
No,
but, like,
no, it's very Jewish.
Very Jewish.
I can't believe it. Sometimes I really can't believe the references.
They'll be like, I can't go, it's Yom Kippur.
I know, they're like, here's the lesson of Yom Kippur.
And that's like a whole episode.
It's amazing.
And then there's like drama in the high school in conjunction.
Are you coming to break the fast? Are you?
Is that an episode? It might have been.
I think it might have. Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, one more question. So, what out of like your whole span of writing, being on television, what's like your favorite thing that you've done?
I think that when I'm making the thing, I'm like, this is awesome, I love this. And then the minute it comes out, I'm like, oh no, it's not done. And then, but I do love finishing. I love making things and finishing them and just putting it out there. I'm always just like, oh no.
Why do you feel like you keep on wanting to work on it?
No, I don't really want to do anything more on it, but I just like, it's like, oh, other people are going to see this.
Oh, okay.
It's like, wait, don't look. I think it's there's a lot of, you're supposed to promote.
Yeah.
It's not really...
Not your thing.
I don't like that part.
Okay, but you can't, like, there's not, what's, like, anything that you'd say is, like, oh my god, that's my crown jewel. Like, that's, like, the best thing I've ever made.
I think I'm still trying to find that.
That's fair.
Each time I make something, I'm like, well, this might be it. But then I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so.
The fact that you've accomplished so much and you still are... confused. That leaves, I'm like, shit, what am I...
I hope that you are confused your whole life.
Thank you.
And that you continue to make...
shitty content.
Make work, what I mean?
This is my game part of the podcast.
Right.
So, we're gonna play Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Okay.
Have you ever played that before?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so you know how the game works.
I do.
My first one, I have Marry, Fuck, Kill with your jokes. Some of your jokes.
Oh, so this is a punishment.
No, because you hate to see your own work. I was actually, like, I was just watching a ton of your stand-up sets.
It's horrifying. But, I'm glad you...
I was pissing myself,
so
like,
glad.
just in this chair over, like,
so
chair
glad
there,
you pissed. You pissed. It's good.
Oh, okay, so your jokes, okay. LL Bean is where...
Oh, you could just say that. You just say the code words. Just say, like, the one word for it.
No, because people need to know it. Oh my god, I'm sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable.
Okay.
Okay, LL Bean is where coats go to church.
Oh.
And Taylor, I don't even know if it's a store or a portal to menopause.
Oh my gosh. Horrible.
I don't have much of a butt. My back just kind of connects to my legs and there's an asshole in there.
Cool. I guess I gotta kill all of them. I gotta kill them. They all gotta go to the pile.
No.
They're going in a mass grave.
They're so amazing.
Mass grave.
I love, like,
I'm shoveling the dirt on top of them.
No. Are you comfortable with, like, the material that you did or just, like, hearing it back? Like...
I'd say combination. I have no memory. I have no short-term memory at all.
Okay. Alright.
Like, almost none.
So, like, you won't remember any of this after you leave?
I'll try really hard.
51st dates really hit home for you.
It's pretty much like that. And so and especially with previous jokes, I have no recollection of any jokes I've ever...
Right.
And the way I write down jokes is just a word. So I'll be like LL Bean, or like, what was the other one? Church?
Yeah.
No, Ann Taylor.
Yeah.
So I would just write down Ann Taylor.
Okay.
And so now that I look at Ann Taylor, I'm like, I don't know what that was.
Okay. So wait, when you do sets,
self-preservation.
Do you prep before you do sets, or is it like...
No, yeah. So I'll like write down like Ann Taylor, LL Bean, one word, water, is corn,
okay,
salmonella, right? And then it'll be like, oh, that's the set.
Okay.
But then a year later, I'll go back to it and be like, I don't know what salmonella is.
Salmonella. She's a wonderful, beautiful woman.
She is.
I was watching on YouTube, so you don't look at the comments or anything?
No.
People are nice to you online.
I'm surprised, because I've not experienced that.
Your stand-up is so, like, non-controversial at all, like, so I feel like that's the only time people really get, negative feedback, is when there's any kind of, like, you're talking about I don't know, maybe Ella Bean gets offended.
Do you read your comments?
Yeah.
You do?
Everything. Like, it's bad.
It's
I'm like,
so bad.
I'm so desperate.
Not that I don't know what yours are, but it's just, there's one mean one that's just, like, horrible.
Horrible, ruins your entire life. Marry, fuck, kill, pumpkin-flavored health insurance, Greta Gerwig's U.S. Constitution, and Gilmore Girls if they lived in Siberia.
Okay, and these are not my jokes. These are your concepts, right?
I
was like, I really have no memory of... Okay. Greta Gerwig's Constitution, Siberia.
Gilmore Girls.
In Siberia.
Yeah.
Okay, well, love that. What's the first one?
Pumpkin-flavored health insurance.
Okay. That one I'm having a hard time with. I guess I'll kill that. Yeah.
Kill that, and you'll marry... Which one? You marry?
Gilmore.
Okay, and you're fucking Greta Gerwig's U.S. Constitution.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marry, fuck, kill. James Corden if he were just a working actor. The world's longest dog. And Timothy Chalamet if he didn't have confidence.
Okay. I guess world's longest dog. Kind of doing two of them.
Marry and fucking those. And you're killing the other two.
Yeah, I guess so.
Amazing. That was your most controversial take ever.
Yeah. But if he was pretty good at Into the Woods, I don't know. But the longest dog is very intriguing to me.
Challenge of the day.
Okay.
So, you created a pun game with your father called Punderdome, a card game for pun lovers.
Okay.
Can you come up with puns in 2 minutes?
Oh, no.
Or can AI do better?
No, they can. Of course they can.
Wait, here are your inspirations.
Kim
Kardashian, Carol Baskin, and Anna Delvey.
Okay.
And use them as inspiration.
Okay.
In any which way. Timer's starting now. Okay, do you want to go first?
No.
Okay, here was ChatGPT's pun for Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Why did Kim Kardashian start a gardening show? Because she wanted to keep up with the plant Dashians.
Pretty good.
Give it a solid 6. Okay, Anna Delvey. Why did Anna Delvey become a chef? Because she wanted to cook up some scam delicious dishes. I'll give that a 0. Carol Baskin, here's one. Why did Carol Baskin become a gardener? Because she wanted to feed her plants with tiger modium fertilizer.
Oh, okay.
That was
pretty good gardening stuff.
Give that a 6. Alright, what's yours? You ready?
Yeah. I did them all together.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Can you bleep all this out? I went to Carol Baskin Robbins to get a scoop. They had ice cream sandwiches and ice cream sandwiches. They asked for what flavor. I was like, let me ask my friend Kim K. And they said, Kim K asked for a Jamocha Almond F.
What?
I gotta go.
Okay, that was pretty something. That was,
you think so?
Maybe the writers shouldn't have gotten all the rights that they did. Anyways,
really tough.
Thank you so much for joining me, Jo. Any last words to say to the viewers, listeners?
Are you gonna bleep out that?
Probably not.
Alright, well, it's nice seeing you. Nice being here.
See you never.
Yeah, I'll forget this.
You'll hear from my lawyers.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Era of Sarah podcast. You can listen to this episode on all podcast platforms and subscribe so you can know when new episodes drop. Follow Sarah on Instagram and TikTok at Sarah R. Lazarus for more content. And also because, let's face it, she needs the validation. Stay annoying, girlies.